Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. First, the headlines. The Research Council Authority approves establishing a company to manage innovation complex in Muscat and a program to support graduation projects for emerging companies in IT and communications system sector. The Minister of Education stresses before Shura Council recording quantitative development achievements and educational system components and finishes educational development projects. Investments in Sohar Industrial Estate increases to 1.85 billion Omani riyals. And the Minister of Transport and Communications announces inauguration of Nahda Al-Ghouda dual road this year and study of Hamida Hafid dual road in Governorate Brahmi. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has sent cable greetings to His Excellency President Idris Deby of Chad on his re-election for a new presidential term. Research Council Authority initially approved establishment of a company to manage innovation complex Muscat with the aim to determine the best model for governance and management of the complex to go in line with nature of work of scientific zones. That came at a meeting of the Authorities Council today under the auspices of His Highness Sayyid Shihab bin Tariq Al Said, advisor to His Majesty the Sultan and chairman of the Research Council. The meeting also initially approved a model regarding management of research centers which were established by the Council, such as Oman Center for Livestock and Plant Genetic Resources and Institute of Advanced Integrated Technologies. The authority also approved a support program for graduation projects of emerging companies in information technology and telecommunications research sector, in addition to approval of a proposal to establish strategic partnership to operate Oman Network for Scientific Research, Education, Virtual Library and National Digital Store in cooperation with the private sector. The authority also approved a proposal on a mechanism of implementing annual forum for researchers in its third round containing national prize for scientific research. The Council also viewed work progress at Research Chair in nanotechnology for water desalination at Sultan Qaboos University and other programs related to financing research chairs in specialized scientific fields at domestic academic institutions. The Ministry of Education finished from developing education philosophy documents and establishing school education law document, and it is about to finish from preparing school standards. This came in the statement of Her Excellency Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed Ashibaniya, Minister of Education, before the Shura Council today. The Shura Council members discussed with the Minister the low level of education outcomes, the high cost of building the schools, as well as resignations and promotions of the teaching cadres. Her Excellency, the Minister of Education, also stressed before the Shura Council that the educational system during the last years witnessed a quantitative development in its components and various elements. She indicated that the Sultanate achieved most of the goals set by UNESCO, recording more than 98% in children joining indicator. She added that the illiteracy rates in the Sultanate decreased to 1% in 2015, compared with 42% in 1993. It's worth mentioning that the Shura Council will complete its discussion with Minister of Education tomorrow. His Excellency Sayyid Khalid bin Hilal bin Saud Al Busaidi, Minister of Diwan of the Royal Court and Chairman of the Civil Service Council, today issued a decision declaring that official working hours at the ministries, public authorities and other units of the state's administrative apparatus during the holy month of Ramadan for 1437 Hijrah will be from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Ramadan crescent sighting will be announced by the concerned authorities. The Minister of Diwan Court extends greetings and best wishes to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos on this blessed occasion, praying to Allah the Almighty to protect His Majesty and grant him good health, happiness and long life, and to return this occasion and is similar on His Majesty for many years to come, and for the Omani people and dear country further progress and prosperity under His Majesty's wise leadership. Blessings and a good omen to all Muslims. His Excellency Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser al-Bakri, Minister of Manpower, issued a decision determining working hours at the private sector during the blessed month of Ramadan. The maximum working hours in the companies, establishments and enterprises of the private sector, applying provisions of labor law for Muslims, is 6 hours per day, an average of 30 hours per week. All employees of the private sector extend their greetings and best wishes to His Majesty Sultan Qaboos on this blessed occasion, praying to Almighty to protect His Majesty, grant him good health, happiness and long life, and for the return of these and similar occasions on His Majesty, the Omani people and all Muslims with blessings and welfare. The Ministry of Housing received a consultancy draft study to develop its services electronically through an integrated platform consistent with e-government and Oman digital initiatives. The draft study, which will be implemented in a year in cooperation with the Information Technology Authority, will contribute to the infrastructure to form central lands database with e-government and will allow users to inquire about their services 24 hours. It further seeks to activate the role of information security and provide accurate and correct data, link and unify the database, reduce the cost of paperwork, shrinking the number of field visits, and facilitate electronic exchange of information with other government bodies.
It was a great honor for EY to serve the ministry in this strategic project, and today we have achieved a very important milestone because the design for the e-services platform has been defined. So we have hopefully helped the ministry to identify, better services, more efficient services, and being more involved with the citizen of Oman. And this is a strategic landmark in the overall e-government strategy for Oman.
Still to come in News Bulletin. For the first time in the Sultanate, Bahla Extreme Car Race is conducted in Wadi Bahla. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. 1,850 billion Omani Riyals is the volume of investment and projects in Sohar Industrial Estate. The area reached now to the 7th phase of spaces equipped with the facilities, service and infrastructure. The estate included about 269 project works in various activities and transformative industries. Sohar Industrial Estate is contributed effectively in occupying national cadres. The estate seeks to provide about 3,000 jobs by 2020. The inauguration of Mahdha Al-Roda dual carriageway this year and study of Hmeida Hafid dual carriageway were revealed by the Ministry of Transport and Communications in an introductory meeting. The meeting witnessed an induction of the ministry projects in the Governorate of Al-Brahmi, in addition to exchange dialogue between the ministry officials and citizens in order to take their points of view to develop the infrastructure in the Governorate. The meeting included a visual show about highlighted projects in the Governorate, besides discussing the international standards of roads and their facilities. The Minister of Commerce and Industry revealed that the total number of commercial registrations submitted electronically through Easy Invest portal during the period from the 1st of January to the end of April reached 13,640. Easy Invest portal contains 46 e-services to enable investors to conclude their commercial dealings and to register their companies, in addition to enhance administrative efficiency of the commercial registrations and licensing. The Minister mentioned that a number of origin certificates for products exported to Gulf Cooperation Council countries amounted to 7,850 certificates. 10,900 origin certificates were livestock agriculture and natural resources products, in addition to industrial and commercial exchanges with Arab countries. Al-Jabal Al-Akhdar is considered one of the beautiful touristic landmarks in the Sultanate. The Jabal enjoys moderate temperature in summer and is visited by tourists from all parts of the Sultanate. The road is considered one of the dangerous due to numerous steep slopes and sharp turns. The Royal Oman Police seeks to ensure the safety of the drivers using this road through providing them with awareness guidelines and instructions. Royal Oman Police operates crossing posts to make sure of the validity of driving licenses and insurance documents of the drivers. ROP also calls upon the users of Jabal Akhdar Road to stick and adhere the signposts and engage in low gear in the four-wheel drive vehicles. Nizwa Grand Mall is a new investment for the Ministry of Defense in the Wilaya of Nizwa in the Governorate of Dakhiliya. The project is considered one of the investment projects of the Ministry of Defense Pension Fund and will provide around 950 job opportunities. This project supports the Ministry's trend in diversifying sources of income. The Ministry, through this project, contributes in activating commercial and tourism movement in the Sultanate. The foundation stone was laid for the second stage of this project, which will include a hotel and multi-purpose halls. It's worth mentioning that Pension Fund seeks to establish real estate projects in all governorates of the Sultanate. For the first time in the Sultanate, Wadi Bahla in the Governorate of Dakhiliya witnessed an endurance car race through rugged areas under the theme Bahla Extreme Race. The race attracted enthusiasts and those interested from various governorates of the Sultanate. Al-Rahal team, in cooperation with Oman Cars Club, provided 20 four-wheel drive vehicles used especially for this type of race. The event gave the participants an opportunity to show their driving skills. This is well aimed to promote tourism in the Wilaya of Bahla. And now for the near weather forecast. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Blue King Sea of Oman, with chances of scattered rainfall. The rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies. Winds will be north to northeasterly light to moderate, occasionally active over the coastal areas. Seas will be moderate to rough with a maximum wave height of 3 meters. This is the Sultan of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. Research Council Authority approves establishing a company to manage innovation complex in Muscat and a program to support graduation projects for emerging companies in IT and communications system sector. The Minister of Education stresses before Shura Council recording quantitative development achievement in educational system, components and finishes educational development projects. Investments in Sohar Industrial Estate increases to 1.8 billion Oman Riyals. And the Minister of Transport and Communications announces inauguration of Mahda al-Roda dual carriageway this year and the study of Mayda Hafi dual road in the Governorate of Bahrain. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here in the newsroom and the studios, thanks for watching. Good night.